Hello everyone, my name is Alex and I will be discussing the Asian Counseling and Referral Services and its effectiveness as a community-based organization. The ACRS is a nationally recognized grassroots nonprofit organization working for social justice and offering a broad array of behavioral health programs, human services, and civic engagement activities, and they work with a wide variety of communities, including Asian American, Pacific Islander, and other underserved communities who become stressed or overwhelmed by the conventional care services in Western societies. One of their most notable programs provides services for mental health, which happens to be the most neglected and most stigmatized aspect of health in Asian culture. The availability of these services not only prioritizes mental health, but it also normalizes it and takes a step in destigmatizing it within Asian American communities. According to the Healthy People 2020, the ultimate goal is to improve mental health through prevention and by ensuring access to appropriate quality mental health services. Heavily prioritizing mental health, at least, is essential in participation of health behavior changes amongst individuals. And without that sense of motivation or sense of value from mental health, many individuals would fall short on their objectives, and all three domains of health would suffer as a result. According to the ACRS website, their mission is to promote social justice, the well-being, and empowerment of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders and other underserved communities by developing, providing, and advocating for innovative, community-based, multilingual, and multicultural services and programs. This organization is notably sponsored by United Way, which is how this is being funded. The main vision of ACRS is to help clients attain the highest levels of self-sufficiency in Western society. Historically, ACRS has been found out of a grassroots effort in 1973. And at the time, Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders were at risk of misdiagnosis in terms of that their service providers are very unfamiliar with their culture and language. This is what the ACRS aims to alleviate with their 14 major programs. ACRS offers 14 major programs, which is summarized in six categories on their website, which I have provided here on this slide. Some of their most comprehensive programs offered include adult and youth mental health care, housing assistance, especially for those of low income, employment training by educating ESL students in English writing workshops on how to fill out job applications and seek out potential employers, and even citizenship and immigration assistance for those on their way to become a U.S. citizen. A majority of the staff is built up by the community. Ever since its conception back in 1973, ACRS has garnered over 700 active staff volunteers working there. They've posted available internships for both students and potential employees alike, which I have described or put on this slide right here. The ACRS uniquely keeps in touch with their community and beyond through website blogs that document current events. They also market their programs by being transparent on social media such as Facebook and YouTube on how the organization works and its network of volunteer workers. I have also provided an example of such a video as a link on the slide if you're interested in watching as well. For this organization's current health program, it's called Walk for Rice. The overall goal of this program is to supply nutritious foods and long-term support for the impoverished or food insecure communities among Asian Americans. And how the program operates is that usually this would be an in-person event where the ACRS becomes a food bank that provides culturally familiar foods to immigrants, refugees, older adults, and families throughout the community, but now serves as a competent food delivery system in the safest way possible. There isn't really much information provided on how long the current iteration of the program has been running or will run, but it's safe to assume that this is at least an annual tradition in the legacy of the organization's founders. According to their website, the ACRS is currently delivering 1,200 bags of groceries and 1,300 culturally familiar meals weekly to older adults and those in need. What I've noticed when researching through their videos and their website, the most prominent behavior and the most effective behavior is patience, because a majority of the clients that you will be interacting with does not have English as their first language. The fact that your presence, your understanding, and patience would allow them to reduce their stress, their anxiety, depression, and provide comprehensive care as a result. According to the website, the ACRS staff are very bilingual and bicultural, with about 280 staff members ready to speak, 40 languages and dialects to help their clients regardless of their background. According to the day in the life of the ACRS video on YouTube, many employees have experiences similar to the clients that they work with, which greatly enhances the level of familiarity and comfort and even accessibility of the ACRS as a whole. As a result, input from the community goes hand in hand with the demographic that makes up the ACRS. The staff and board members become more receptive to the community feedback that allow programs to be less overarching and more specific and efficient in addressing the community's needs, such as that of the Walk for Rice event. So, for the strengths and limits of the ACRS, like many organizations, the ACRS can only function as far as their funds were willing to allow them. Additionally, it's true that this organization is mostly geared to Asian Americans, but they're making recent strides in being more inclusive about who receives their services, which saw the inclusion of East African communities, Spanish-speaking communities, and even Native American communities. So just to summarize this slide just a little bit, all of these board members as of 2018, I'm not sure how up to date the website actually is, but all of these major board members have a co-current career alongside being a board member for the ACRS. It just goes to show that one could start an organization whether or not they have a job alongside it. And all of these individuals have something to fall back on. They have that sort of clout from their previous jobs to help elevate this organization to a higher level. I will have their contact info presented by the end of the PowerPoint. And the ACRS also has branch offices in different locations, which I will also show towards the end as well. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. I hope this presentation was informative and has given you some insight about what the Asian Counseling and Referral Services is about. And thank you for watching until the end. Thank you and have a great rest of the day.